Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, Rebecca, Stu, and the crew. My name is Rebecca and I'm so happy to have you all here today. Today we're here to see what's new and what's been restocked at your local Dollar Tree store. We go to several different stores throughout the week and make 2 videos each week showing what's new and what's been restocked at your local Dollar Tree. So let's go shopping and see what's new. I've organized the pictures by section. We'll start with the apparel and accessories. They had these Hanes Originals 2 men's crew socks. It's cool and breathable, soft and stretchy fabric for just $1.25. These were a product that came over from Walmart and were marked down to the $1.25. So you've got the crew socks and the men's heel shield socks. So there's like the ankle socks with the heel shields in the back. You also get 2 pair of those that fit shoe size 6 to 12. Then I found more of the novelty socks, which fit shoe size 6 to 13. They had the Mountain Dew with the black cherry. They also had the DreamWorks Shrek socks. This is really fun. It has the cat wearing his hat. Also, there were some of the Pac-Man socks. You get the large Pac-Man with the blue background, or you get the Pac-Man game board. There's also these large plastic tote bags in sage green. They had them in this bright red and a light gray color. They have the 2 handles, and they're actually a nice, really large bag. Over in the arts and crafts this week, we found that they had these flowers, which were so pretty. These are like a reddish orange color. They have the 2-tone pink, also purple and yellow, and this very light pink with the white mixed throughout. They also had these Cosmos flowers, which were really pretty. They have the yellow center. They had them in the white. There's a really pretty dusty rose with the darker pink center. And then they had the 2-tone purple. And this one is orange with the yellow center. It's so pretty because they have like this ombre effect, which makes them look really realistic. Also the pom-pom flowers, which are one of my favorites that they stock several times a year. They had those in several different colors as well. We've got the white pom-pom flowers. They also had the very light pink. There's a pale yellow, a soft blue, and purple. And they all have greenery attached with them. Then there were the 4 pieces of the wood frames by Crafter Square. These are the mini DIY wooden frames. You get 4 in each pack, and there are 3 different styles that you can choose from. Some have the rectangular cutout in the center, and some have the oval cutout. But here are all 3 of them together so you can compare what they look like. Also, they had their scrapbooking ribbon. You get 5 feet. It is adhesive on one side. They had black, purple, red, blue, and pink glitter. More of the burlap ribbon. This is the wired ribbon. They had brown, pink, red, white, and blue, all in one box. The red, white, and blue is selling really quickly. I also found more of these Crafter Square ceramic tiles for crafting. I have not seen them in their own, but this is the second time I found the square tile, and it's got the cork board on the back, and they come in a 2-pack. More of these iron-on items. They have the rock and roll iron-on vinyl in the metallic. There's also Total Diva in red, the rock star in the silver. And then there is the guitar with the red starburst, and the roller girl with the gold roller skate. Over in the baby and toddler section, they had these little hand sanitizers for little ones. These would be great for like 4-year-olds, I would say. Easy to use. They just have the little pump spray. There was like Barbie, Hot Wheels. There's a couple different Spider-Man. And then they had the Crayola and the yellow, blue, or green crayon. Also, they had these little silicone teething mitts for age 0 to 18 months. And this fun little toy that you can strap onto a stroller or a car seat. It is a crinkle teeter toy. Looks like peanut butter and jelly. There's also the scissors and nail clippers. Over in the health and beauty, we'll first start to see what is new with the cosmetics. We'll move into hair care, and then pharmacy and personal care items. They had the Limp Plumper Gloss with the vitamin E and shea butter. Also has coconut oil, ginger root oil, and they are paraben free. More of the Ioni nail art tips. You get 12 nails, and they had a bunch of different designs. These were the short round. They also had the square round medium length. These ones here are the square round medium length as well. And then this is the almond with the medium length with the hearts. They also had this style with the different hearts and rhinestones. The groovy pattern, that's the round medium. and you can get the flexible waterproof adhesive for the nails. Over in the hair care and accessories, we have these scrunchies with the ribbon attached. They have a pink and a purple with the butterflies, or you can get just the scrunchie without the ribbon attached at the bottom. Here is the purple one, and then there's just the scrunchie with no ribbon. They also have these elastics with the butterflies in the pink and in the purple. They have like a resin butterfly attached. There are the 4-pack of the claw clip butterflies in pink, peach, yellow, and blue. They also have it in sage green, mint, purple, and pink. These are snap clips in 3 different colors. You get 2 of each color. Also some gold hair clips with the butterfly design. And then there were these head wraps for just $1.25. They were the extra wide. They had in this really pretty gold and black. Then for the pharmacy and personal care items this week, I found that they had a bunch of these oatmeal and coconut scented oil bars of soap. There's also the oatmeal and honey that is plant derived, sulfate free, and paraben free. There's also the oatmeal and verbena, the focus and clarity. This is the peppermint and cypress with cinnamon. Also the power stick for her shower gel. There's the amber rouge with the jasmine and saffron and amberwood. And that is a 16 fluid ounce bottle. They also have the Brazilian mist with notes of pistachio and salted caramel. They had the power stick body spray and soft floral, amber rose, and the sandalwood. They had some post shave and shave gel. Then there were these Bloom natural wipes. You can get these daily cleansing and makeup remover towelettes. It has organic grapeseed oil. Over in the fun finds this week, they have the LED 10 count lights that are battery operated. There were unicorns that were pink, the yellow stars, and the purple. They kind of look like Saturn. They're just planets with purple and blue stripes. There were these splat balls that look like an egg. Those are always fun. The kids like those, and some that look like a tomato, kind of like a sensory toy. And then over in the home decor, I found these really pretty jars with the twine wrapped around the top. It has a cork to seal it and a little bit of burlap down at the bottom. They have this floral design inside. You could get the dark purple, the magenta, or the yellow design. And they all have a hanger already attached at the top. There's also these picture frames that say BFF. It's like a snow globe. These new wall art. There's always stay humble and kind. Do all things with love. And they had this one that says beach with the starfish. And they had porch that has the O that looks like a floral letter O there with the greenery. Over in the home library, office supply, and teaching tree section, we have these desk set organizers in the marble. There's one for like business cards. You can also use this one for like post-it notes. They had the clear with the iridescent finish on the outside, pencil holders in the squares or cubes, and the round. Also, lots of these bingo daubers. These are also fun for little kids to color with or create art. They have them in black, red, green, orange, purple, and blue. They are all sold separately for $1.25 each. This Taylor Swift word search and color book. There's also my favorite crosswords by Miles Muller. You get 104 to 105, and there's a volume 106. So there's 3 different books there. And then there is the notebooks. These are just like a little miniature journal with these decorative covers in pink, blue, yellow, and purple. I also found these scrapbooking books, which I just love, and I can find these for $1.25. It says Think Happy, Be Happy, Art, Inspiration, and Joy. You can see how many pages you get. There's over 200, and they're these little cubes that are tiled different color pages, and then there's the different designs on each page, so you can scrapbook with those for the housewares, maintenance, storage, and organization. We've got some yard decor like these LED bulbs for the yard with the crackle glass. There's also some of the citronella buckets. You get those in several different colors. They had them in blue, also the white pail. They had the light pink and the galvanized metal bucket for $1.25. Now these are the smaller sizes. And then they had some new peach blossom air refresher room spray. There's crystal beads and an air refresher gel. There's also this bright bergamot, air refresher gel, spray, and the beads. And those are all new. They're 8 fluid to 9 ounces, depending on if it's the spray or the gel or the beads. And then in the kitchen and pantry section, I love this new dish set that they came out with for summer. Has these gorgeous blue seashells. I love that the large dinner plate has the scalloped edge, which I thought was so pretty. That's my favorite part of the design. These are absolutely gorgeous. You've got the blue scalloped edge large dinner plate. They have a salad bowl and a small salad plate. They also had some of the pot holders. Those come in a 2-pack. One it just says the seashells. The other one says Ocean Breeze, puts the mind at ease. And you can get the oven mitts the same way with the saying or without. Then they had these little turntables for $1.25 by Storage Essentials. The party supplies this week, they have a bunch of those metal pails that you can put on the table in lots of different colors with snacks in them. They also had more of the neon trays. Those have the 3 compartments. They also have the decorative bowls. They have those in pink, yellow, orange, and green neon. And those are $1.25. Be careful because some of them were cracked. They also have the tumblers in a 10-count pack with the neon and the small plates, kind of like a cake plate. You get 6 of those for the $1.25 and the neon colors. They had tongs in all 4 colors. You can get the orange, green, yellow, or pink. And then they had these wavy square bowls, which I just love. Also in all 4 of the neon colors. There's lots of bright neon party decor, perfect for summer parties. Then I found in the pet care a few new toys and some restocked items. They had the Avengers dog toys. There is the hammer here with the squeaker inside. They also have Captain America, his shield, and then they had Iron Man, and of course Spider-Man. These all have the squeaker inside. And then the last one that I found was the Incredible Hulk. Now for the seasonal items, they mainly have out items for Father's Day, a whole bunch of the Father's Day cards, so make sure you check those out. They also have the specialty cards, which look more like a custom made card that are individually wrapped in the cellophane. They had quite a few, lots of different sayings. They had some for dad. They had some also for grandfather. So make sure you guys check those out as well, because those will sell pretty quickly as they usually do. And then of course they've stocked a bunch of their Father's Day gift bags for gift giving. This one here says my favorite guy. They have this one here in the red. It says best dad, and it has a crown over on the word dad. Also the number 1 dad, and this one here says best dad ever. They also have some that are really fun, like King of the Grill, and it looks like an apron. They also have the hunting overalls that say go wild outdoors, and the denim overalls that say for a great guy. And this one is the All-Star League. It looks like a gym bag. They have the large, kind of looks like a license plate, and it's just a metal sign that they can hang in their garage or their man cave, wherever they like to hang those at. Also, there's some tabletop decor. It looks like a hammer. It says dad, fixer of everything. When it comes to being a dad, you nailed it. And the black one says dad helps to build the best memories. Then for the toys and games, they had some of the summer toys out. These are fun. It's a noodle booster. So you can put pool noodles together to build different pieces with the pool noodles. They also have the pool noodle chairs in the bright orange and neon green. The 2-pack of the water squirters. They had a bunch of different baseballs with the bats. Lots of toys for outside. The sand buckets and shovels. They had a bunch of beach balls. And they also had a whole bunch of their floaties. There's some of the little arm rings and different beach balls like Sesame Street. For the Dollar Tree Plus, which is anything that costs more than $1.25, they have these Hype Bling car seat hooks. Also the LED cup holders that light up. You get those in a 2-pack. There are these bling steering wheel covers. They are $5 each. They have pink, an ombre kind of pastel color. There's also the black. It says fits in any standard size steering wheel. They also have the plush ones And then there are the car trunk organizers for $5. There's 9 compartments and it is a waterproof design. They have the back seat organizers and a bunch of auto refreshers like the Febreze Gain. Those are $5. And then they have a bunch of the mini trees. So these little trees, you get 3 in a pack for $3, or technically they're $1 a piece instead of $1.25. Since they come in the 3-pack, they have lots of different scents like cotton candy, wild cherry, there's the vanilla. And then for $5, they had these ratchet tie downs. It holds 60 pounds. It says the brake strength is 180 pounds. And then these extra large graduation cards. These are $3 each. These are like those giant jumbo cards they had out for Mother's Day. And they're in a display close to the front of the store. They also had these $3 pool noodles, and I put them side by side with the $1.25 pool noodles. You can see the difference in circumference. They're a lot larger. Some large plushies for $5. There's quite a few of these. They've got the lion for $5. They also have this elephant. And then a monkey. They have a cat and a dog. The cat here is the pink one. And then they have this little puppy. And there are 2 different turtles. The first turtle they've had out for quite a while. You can see this is what he looks like from the front with this turtle shell on the back. But they have a new turtle out. Looks just like a sea turtle for $5. And this was my absolute favorite. This is so cute. I would definitely pay $5 for this. I thought it was absolutely adorable. Then for $5, they have these serving trays with the lid. It says it's great for catering and parties. When you serve, you can actually use the lid to put ice in the bottom. There's these 2-gallon beverage dispensers, also $5. And it has this stand and a lid. There's this 4-compartment serving tray. Again, you can use the lid to put the ice in the bottom. You can see how much room there is from the tray to the bottom there to put the ice in. And that's it for today's video. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and leave a comment down below. What was your favorite find this week at the Dollar Tree? I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you back here on Tuesday.